Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 15 of my Wurrzag campaign, where currently Skarsnik, who has thrown together an army mostly of Night Goblins and Squigs, with Fanatics, of course, is going to take on Karl Bloody Franz himself. Karl's army it's not the most elite army, and to be honest, I think we can probably hard counter it with the fact that we've got shit tons of Fanatics, because they've got shit tons of squishy state troops, which is basically, it's like waving a rag to a Red Bull. And we've also got the garrison from, I want to say Stone Mine Tower? No, not Stone Mine Tower, it's the other one. It doesn't matter, whatever. One of the towns. And because it's Wurzag's faction, of course, we get Savage Orcs. So we've got some Savage Orc Biggins there, and some Trolls, some Savage Orc Arrow Boys. We've also got some Boar Boys over there as well. Okay, so Skarsnik's force is moving up. Now, we're going to use our Fanatics to the best of our ability. And the best way to do that is to try and clump up the enemy and then smash them with all the Fanatics. That's basically the plan. So we've got some spears coming on the left flank. I think most of these guys are actually hidden away, but as we get close, we're going to unleash the Fanatics. Out they come. This is going to be pretty... Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's the stuff. That's the fucking stuff. Fanatics everywhere. Just evaporates the Empire right flank. Just annihilates it. Boar Boys coming in, chasing down the handgunners. Our Savage Orcs hitting the Empire left flank and pinning them down. The Night Goblins on the right flank have just annihilated the state troops sent against them. The Squigs now throwing themselves into the fight. The Spearmen already ready to rout. And in come the Squigs now, flanking around behind the enemy units. They're quite fast, so they're going to come and eat the missile troops behind the lines. Oh, I say behind the line. I mean, to be honest, the Empire right flank just doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. Karl Franz is in the middle of a fight here. He's fighting the Savage Orc Biggins and I think some Trolls. No, the Goblin Big Boss there. So Karl's fighting all of them. We need to get Skarsnik over here to help out. Skarsnik is actually a very, very good dueler. So if we get him over there, he should be able to defeat Karl for us. The Savage Orcs on the left flank are doing okay, but definitely near... I mean, look at this. The Night Goblins surging through the breach they've made in the Empire lines. Now coming around to flank the Empire troops and help out their larger brethren who don't have quite the secret weapon that the Night Goblins do. Savage Orcs will probably win this fight eventually, but obviously we can help out a little bit with, more Fanatics, basically. So we've got quite a blob of troops here, and I think one of these guys already has. There's more Fanatics. Don't you just love Fanatics? They're just so good. And Karl is getting his ass kicked by Skarsnik. There's Skarsnik and Gobbler in the middle of the fight, and yet Karl just can't. He's surrounded as well. That's not helping him out. And Skarsnik's just prodding him every so often, and there he is. He's now trying to get away, but I don't think he's going to manage it. I think he's probably going to go down to the Savage Orcs, who are just wailing. There he goes. Down goes Karl Franz. Karl Franz is dead, and with his death, the vast majority of his army is breaking and running. Just the Karabberg Great Swords, who of course are unbreakable, so they will fight to the last. I mean, they've racked up quite a few kills already, and all we can really do is just surround them and just beat them into submission. But the rest of the enemy army now fleeing for the hills. That was quite a significant win for Skarsnik. Don't you just love Fanatics? There we go. That was what you wanted, wasn't it? I mean, I know a lot of people go, well, the Greenskins, you all need the black... Fuck the Black Orcs. The Black Orcs have mother chuffing... Do they have mother chuffing Fanatics? No, they do not, sir. No, they do not. So, Goblins are better, by definition. As soon as it's the garrison, I think we'll take the cash. Because we need it. And we've got a Banner of Rage. Warlord of 8. Oh, good bloody job, Skarsnik. That was what we needed. A little boost of morale. And we got it. Look at that. Holy shit. Good stuff. Right, we sent Karl packing. Right, that's one army dealt with. We just need to deal with the other lots. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine.
What a sucking it do you want?
An easy life.
As my mystic powers.
Yeah, I know you do, Wurrzag, and we're going to need every single one of them. I'm just going to abandon the south, I think. I can't... Khemri, we can hold. Khemri's fine. Khemri's A-OK. So we'll keep the Khemri. We've got defences there as well, so that's good. So we got the big garrison there. So that can probably, if tic-tac-toe attacks, we can probably hold. Numas and Castlebar, I think. Well, no, you know what? Looks like Castlebar is going to be okay, but Numas, it just, I don't think we. I mean, even without, obedience, it's just going to collapse. So I think we're just going to lose all of that, and I'm just going to accept that that's going to be what happens. At least the Skaven, rather than Numas itself popping back up, the Skaven will pop up and then either, well, they'll probably burn it to the ground, and maybe Queek will grab it afterwards, but at least then we're not having another faction right behind us causing us more issues. So at least that's something. I want the big fort. Yeah, we're going to have to grab the big fort. Do I want the growth? I think I'm going to hold off the moment. I'm going to get the brawling grounds. So let's do that. We need Karak draw. I feel like maybe this is us turning a corner. Unless Krakus gets murdered, in which case, Grocker even, unless Grocker gets murdered, in which case, maybe not. There's another army down here, so there's at least 4 enemy armies in this area. There's probably some more dwarf armies. We did send most of the dwarf armies packing, but I think they're probably going to be back. Gisp, just block yet again. Just keep doing that. If you can keep doing that, that's something. I'm just going to give you, I don't fucking know, Bloody Blade? Sure. Settlement, there's no point upgrading that. And damaged buildings, I think we're just going to accept that probably going to lose that as well. Damaged buildings there, I don't really care about that. Seems we don't really need the trolls right now. That's kind of surplus 2 requirements. Shame we couldn't chase down that army from Carl, but they will struggle to recruit and replenish in the Badlands. So at least we've kind of got a home advantage. It's probably the only advantage we've got, but it is an advantage, so I'm going to take it. Okay, well, Grocker at least didn't get spotted, which is good. There are 3 armies down here. We've got Theodric, we've got Barthold, and we've also got Volkmar down here now. So, and then we've got 2 armies from the Goldmont. So there's 5 armies here, which is a bad number to have because they massively fucking outnumber me. So, with that in mind, I'm kind of... What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What is the plan here? I need Wurrzag. Where is the border into Dragonhold Mines? That's Galbaraz. Does Galbaraz have... Doesn't have recruitment. Okay, in that case, we're just going to peg it over here. Right, there's the border. So, right, we can start recruiting more Savage Orcs. I think... Right, Stone... I mean, could we... So, we could potentially jump that army. However, if we do that... I mean, that army is terrifying on multiple levels. So we probably won't be able to win that fight. And if it does look like we can win it, that army will retreat. And then we'll probably have to fight both of them, and then Grocker will probably get his ass kicked anyway. So, on that, we could hold up in Stone Mine Tower, couldn't we? I mean, that would knock out one of their armies. Do I want to sacrifice Grocker and Mr. Nailbrain? I could take Mr. Nailbrain out, but then I would leave him without any magical support. The fact they've got 2 Luminorcs of Heish is deeply concerning, along with all the terrifying... They've got lots of terrifying artillery. They've got Demigriff Knights. I've got no answer to the Demigriff Knights. I've got nothing. I mean, the Savage Orc Boar Boys are about it, and they just pale in comparison. 1-on-1, they are not going to win. And I'll need to close quickly with them because of all their artillery, which means I'll have to come in towards them, which means they get support from their infantry. Basically, it would be a bad idea to engage that army. But am I going to do it anyway? What's the garrison like? Pretty shit.
Send me to battle.
I mean, if we can knock out one of their armies, that might give me a chance.
2 in 1.
A chance to do what, though? That's the question. So we've got a war over here. We've got this war as well. I'm going to throw that war over there. Where's this war? You're going to go and attack them just for funsies. Okay.
Now we're talking.
Doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. I guess we'll pop the Frenzy on the Warlord's boys because they're the only unit which don't have Frenzy naturally. We do have the garrison as help. It's not going to be much help, but it's, you know, something. I feel this is going to be a tough fight. They've got a lot of very, very strong units in this army. But we do outnumber them. And that counts for something. Quantity has a quality all of its own. So we're charging across the battlefield. We've got the garrison coming in on the flank. Our rock lobbers already hitting the enemy army. Now, what has helped is because the garrison is coming in from the flank, the enemy army is not quite sure which direction it needs to face. So the AI tends to have a bit of a paddy whenever this happens and is reforming its units, which means the artillery is only just opening fire as we approach the enemy lines. We've got some Knights of the Blazing Sun. We've got some handgunners. They've got a lot of great swords. It's a very, very strong force. We've got some Demigryph Knights. Demigryph Knights charging down towards our trolls at the moment, but they're going to be surrounded. We've got some Savage Orc Biggins and some Savage Orc Boarboys coming to help out. We've also got a nice big blob of enemy units here, so I feel like maybe Gork should maybe just step on them just to help us out. I feel like, you know, some godly assistance would be very, very useful right now. That has done quite a lot of damage, especially to the Knights of the Blazing Sun, who were a concern. So we've engaged the front line. Halberdiers already taken quite a beating, and our Boar Boys now, because we outnumber the enemy, our Boar Boys are now free to just go and smash through the enemy rear. So we've got the Luminarchs. They're going to get a shot off. Ouch. Ouch. But then we're going to hit them, and they've got nowhere to run. Boar Boys streaming through, knocking out all of the artillery, one after the other. The garrison is doing okay, actually. It's holding a line against the great swords. It's actually seen off the Demigryphs, which I am surprised by. Elsewhere, our our Savage Orc Biggins seem to be getting the upper hand against the state troops. We're breaking through. All looking pretty good. Our Boar Boys have started smashing up the artillery and running around behind the enemy lines. This is actually looking really, really good. Actually, surprisingly easy. Both the Luminarchs getting trashed. We definitely want to destroy both of those if we can. And the enemy army is in retreat. It's legging it. They're gone. Alright, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Let's eat the survivors. He's going to run off in that direction. Okay, we've got the pit boss. How much movement do we have? We don't have enough to reach him, do we? Do we? No. Okay, so we've got two options.
No, weakling.
I can try and ambush. That might lure them... Right, I've got multiple options. I could leg it, try and get as far away as possible, and hopefully they won't be able to reach me.
Send me to battle.
The other option is I take shelter in Stone Mine Tower and wait for reinforcements. The third option is I lay an ambush. Now, the problem is, if my ambush gets spotted, then basically I'm a sitting duck. They'll lay siege to the city and then attack my stack, and I won't have the city reinforcements. So with that in mind, I think the best option is actually just to take cover in the city. I think that's what we're going to do. So, Grocker, good job. Bloody hell, mate. What a guy. I think we're going to beef up. Cause fear. That could actually be quite useful. So let's grab that. Okay, so Stone Mine Tower, for the moment, is safe. And Wurrzag is coming up quickly. We've also got Scarstick moving in. Grimgor's kind of busy with other things. He's going to have a siege tower in one turn. We should be able to then take Mount Squighorn. I'm then hoping to go and grab Caragdron and wipe out the dwarves from this area so they can't then pop armies up behind my lines. Then we can sort of surge westward and hopefully clear out the border princes. I say hopefully, that's the plan. How well that goes, I'm not quite sure. We've also got some wars, so actually this is I'm starting to feel a little bit happier. I say a little bit, obviously they've still got a shit ton of stacks here, but you know, we've won a pretty, you know, a couple of good battles there. A couple of good victories. I'm not sure if it's enough to turn it around. We've also got a whole oh god. Maybe we'll get that in time. It's a big if. We might lose that. That'd be a pain. Grom. Hello.
Unworkable.
Okay, so replenishment here is going to be terrible because they won't like the Badlands. The Badlands so in fact they probably will struggle to get any replenishment. They will in the city, but not a huge amount. So I should be able to chase them up. Oh, you've been damaging my buildings, you absolute little shit. Will you stop that? I'm busy doing other things. I've got other things on my mind. I'm trying to deal with this stuff. This incursion into our territory. Interesting. Okay, so they've destroyed my war. You're going to come over to Stone Mine Tower. Oh good, there's another army right over there. Fun. You're just falling back. Now that does mean... They are in reinforcement range though. Okay. Oh shit, there's another dwarf stack over there. Oh, I'm going to lose Mount Gumbad and that's got money in it. And I really needed that money. I also need this one down here. Was it Mount no, not Blight. Yeah, Blightwater. You want an aggression pact? No, because you're probably not going to declare war on me anytime soon anyway. So it's not really a threat. I might have to get Grimgor up there to deal with that. Because I need Mount Gumbad. Mount Gumbad must not fall. I need the monies. I'm a poor greenskin. You little shit. I shouldn't have built those defences, that was a waste. Okay. So, army was defeated, but that army's taken a bit of a beating. Okay. Grimgor's got a war, that's going to be very useful. Imminent Rebellion at Ash River, yeah, well that's not a surprise. Imminent Rebellion at Silver Road, again that's not a massive surprise. Right, our war actually came in at a really opportune time. I don't know what that army's like. Are they're probably heading for Iron Rock. So I'm going to head down here and set up a ambush over there. Mr. Nailbrain, we're going to give you... Oh, Foot of Gork did do quite well, but I think Magical Reserves. I'm kind of you're going to get reinforcements, though. I feel a little bit better about popping you outside of the city. Let's try something like that. I don't know if that's going to work.
Let's take what should be ours.
But we'll give it a shot.
Wurrzag, the great green
Right,
prophet.
Wurrzag. You need a couple of those boys. I'm kind of tempted. I could get some river trolls. I mean, they would be quite useful. Let's do that. I kind of want to wait for my war, but on the other hand... Oh god, it's Thorgrim. At least we should get Wurrzag stakes in time. So that's something. We'll have a little bit of an extra garrison there. So they probably won't want to attack right away. But what we do want to do is attack right away here. Because the quicker we take this city, the sooner we can start replenishing and heading up to deal with bloody Thorgrim. I really feel like this should be a fairly straightforward auto-resolve, but if we're going to have to fight it, then we're going to have to fight it. That's fine. I guess. So we've got siege towers approaching the walls. We've got the Immortals in one, and we've also got a unit of Black Orcs in the other. The rest of our units staying behind so we don't get don't run into the enemy missile attacks. Going to try and keep... apparently the Immortals have been drinking the night before, and they apparently can't drive the siege tower very well, so it's sort of wobbling around a bit, but that's fine. Grimgor's taking a few shots, but I don't think he's going to be too bothered by that. We've also got Borgut Face Beater on the other flank, approaching behind the siege towers, soaking up some of that missile fire. We've actually taken quite a lot of damage on this siege tower. How much damage? 77%. That's quite a lot. 78%. I think it's... they're drunk again. They're drunk. Everyone's drunk. Apparently everyone's just all over the place. Okay, we've finally reached the walls safely at 78% damage. And here come the Black Orcs coming on. We're going to deal with these Quarrelers, lock them down. Once they're locked down, the rest of our army can safely approach and get up in these siege towers. Here come the Immortals. Straight in. Do they have shields? They do have shields. Holy shit. Get stuck in, boys. Yeah, they're murdering their way through these walls. And Grimgor is also up on the walls now, as is Borgut. There he is. Going to use a little bit of magic from... Is it Snostrag? Snazdrog. So he's going to use Itchy something? Itchy Nuisance, which reduces their weapon strength and melee attack. So that's going to save our boys some damage. Not that the Immortals seem to have actually taken a scratch yet, actually. They've just been killing their way through. Grimgor's got one kill. The Immortals have got not. It's not really that killy. Come on, guys, hurry up. In the rest of our army is now approaching. We'll get the Black Orcs up on the walls, and our big guns will go and attack the gatehouse. Try and knock down that gate for us. Meanwhile, our rock lobbers are trying to hit the units on the wall. Looks like some of these Quarrelers trying to get away. They do have a cannon over here as well, and unusually for the AI, they've actually managed to get into a position where it can shoot up on the wall, which is a bit of a problem for us. Normally, artillery like that, they just kind of leave it in the middle of the city and usually point it in the wrong direction, and it doesn't do anything. But if the enemy artillery is focused towards you, it can cause some problems. Empire mortars seem to be a major... Ow, son of a bitch. Cannons, literally the worst. Especially pointing up on a wall, they can cause massive amounts of damage. Weirdly, I found that the best strategy for defending a city tends to be to lock the enemy in place on the walls and then use your missile troops who are in the city down below to then just shoot up at them. That seems to be the best option. Having them on the wall is usually a mistake. Oh well, there we go. Okay, Black Orcs are cutting their way. Yeah, Immortals up to 59 kills now. That's looking pretty good. Some of our Black Orcs now down in the middle of the city, taking on the Longbeards. Just finishing off the Quarrelers up on the wall. We've got some Night Goblins opening fire on the Dwarves. The Gatehouse is slowly coming down. Our Boar Boys are coming to help out, led by the... Well, let's say led by the Chariots in there as well. There they go. They're going to go and help out against the gate. Grimgor's having a lovely old time. Up to 36 kills just by himself. These Black Orcs down here are taking quite a lot of damage very, very quickly. We could really use some assistance. We have cast Sticky Stabbings on them, so they've got more melee attack and weapon strength. So they aren't causing a lot of damage themselves, but they are taking a lot of damage. So we need to get some more units off the wall to help out with this melee down here. We've got some gate damage is coming up. Eventually the gate will be down. These dwarves are now repositioning away from the Black Orcs. That's going to save them. In comes Borgut. He's going to try and make for the enemy general, or the Thane actually. It's not a general but a Thane, Dwarf Lord. I should say not general. Okay, these Black Orcs fighting some Longbeards. That should be fine. We've also got some more Black Orcs up on the wall. They're going to be coming off and helping out there, catching the dwarves in a bit of a pincer attack. And these Black Orcs now left without much to fight actually, apart from the Thane. So they're attacking the Thane. Where's Borgut? There he is. And finally the gates are down. So Borgut is coming to deal with the enemy Thane. But unfortunately for the enemy Thane, he's now got bigger problems. Mostly because he's about to be roadkill. Beep beep, motherfuckers! The chariot should drive over him. And he's then stampeded by boars. The last few dwarf units fighting to the last, but they are fighting a losing battle. Grimgor up to 48 kills just by himself, and these Black Orcs take a bit of a pounding up on the wall there. And continue to take one from the cannon. How unfortunately the cannon is now running away, so we won't have to deal with that one. And the Orcs have taken the city. Okay, good. Losses were acceptable. We're going to loot and occupy. It's going to give us some more money, which we desperately need. Also give us some replenishment, which we also desperately need. It's also going to quite annoy the settlement or the province, which means we're going to get a rebellion, but that's fine because then we can go over and brutally murder them. So, Borguts, you've got Frenzy, which is fine. Absolute Loyalty. Income from post-battle loot does sound quite good. So let's do that. Let's get that. And Snazdrog. I want Curse of the Bad Moon because that is quite a potent buff. Or debuff. Okay, we're going to get Rebellion, so... Oh, you know what? I could send my Ward to go grab Karak-Dron. Scarstick's fine there. Grom, you could... Can you assassinate the Otter? No, but never mind. Okay, recruit more units there. We've got an ambush going on here. My hope is that this army will pop out, get ambushed, we can crush it with the help of the garrison. That's another army gone. We've got one army who's retreating back there. We've got another army who's retreating back there. So they've got two more armies, and this one over here. So, Scarstick, I'm hoping you can ambush this guy. If you can ambush him, I'm then fairly confident we can nobble them, especially with the reinforcements from the garrison. Grimgor can go and destroy the rebellion, and then we're going to have to head up to retake Mount Gumbad if we lose it. We need Mount Gumbad because we've got the gold mine here that gives us 1,000 monies. I don't want to lose that. We've also got the 1,000 monies down here, 1,200, so I don't want to lose that, but I think we're going to lose it. I'll be brutally honest, unless maybe we can get the Ward to go and... It's unlikely they'll reach it in time, but fuck it. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. I'm still really concerned about these dwarves. This is not good, but I don't have anyone I can spare. I'm trying to fight off the incursion in the north, and until I've dealt with that, I can't send anyone back to go and deal with that potential threat, especially because they're not actually a threat at the moment. And even if they were a threat, I don't think I could spare anyone to send them down there to deal with them anyway, so it would be a moot point. But at least they're not trying to kill me at this moment in time. Grom, we're going to get you assassinating people because that could be quite useful.
I got plans.
Do we have... I kind of feel like giving you Dirkit Squigs. I mean, we could. The 8p Cloonies are there. We could. Right, we could merge this.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Oh, shit. Okay, the Teeth Robbers. Let's get the Teeth Robbers in there. That's fine. It's not quite what I wanted, but never mind. That'll do. We need the boss tents. I need to repair that. Let's repair that. I would like some extra cash there. Some growth would be quite useful as well. Okay. So, it's still not great, but I feel like we won some significant victories in this episode. So that doesn't mean we're out for the count just yet. I kind of envision potentially having to fight this sort of like losing battle across the Badlands before finally being nobbled. But actually, we might be okay. I say might be because I'm still not 100% sure any of this will pan out. But I feel like I'm kind of got an unsteady control over the situation. So hopefully it should be fine. I've been in worse straits before. Think of my Skarsnik camp. God, Greenskins are bad, aren't they? But weirdly, I still love the goblins more. Like Black Orcs, fine, I guess. But I would happily trade a Grimgor army filled with Black Orcs with a Skarsnik army filled with goblins and fanatics. Just because the fanatics are just more fun. It's just more joyful. It's a more joyful battle when you're watching people explode thanks to hopped up on drug goblins throwing around the giant wrecking ball. So hopefully we'll see more of that. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Wurrzag Campaign.